There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. You're a woman without limits. Woman, 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 woman without limits. Na 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 na. Woman without limits. Woman.
It's thrilling. It's like watching a thriller movie. You are the joy of their life.
Yes.
And you're just enjoying playing basketball. Can you imagine?
The evening we were just practicing. Then I jumped.
In a span of a month from the time you fell,
Yes.
you were paralyzed completely.
Completely. I'm just thinking it's something like malaria, and one day I'll just come out of it. The infection was so, I got high fevers, 40 plus.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Reverend Kathy Kuna, and this is Woman Without Limits. If you're watching us for the first time, there's always a first time, so don't you worry, but you've been missing a lot. We've been going through a story of this wonderful couple, Janet together with Imran, and they've been telling us a beautiful, beautiful piece of their story, how Janet got paralyzed when she was playing basketball in school, and she just fell, and her whole story turned around, and she got paralyzed from neck down. But it is in that state that her husband proposed to her in hospital and asked, she just fell in love with her and wanted to marry her no matter what. I mean, men, if you're listening, please open your ears wider. You catch your spouse in the spirit, all right? Many of you go for hips, lips, and fingertips. Well, it's better to listen to the voice of God, because when God has a purpose for you, nothing can thwart it, nothing can fail it. And tonight, I want you to welcome again Imran, and together with Janet, and we're going to continue with the story. So Janet, here you are, and here you are, Imran. Now you have just said everything. You've kissed here, 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 here. No, you're now around. You're around here, this area. And Janet is feeling, hey, Allah. Her feelings began to come back like, hey, you know? Yeah. You felt something.
Yeah, so after all that, as I've just said that he like spoiled me in hospital, and now we've gone to another level, and you know, we are like girlfriend and boyfriend, and in fact even uniform now, I stopped wearing uniform because he bought for me clothes.
For hospital?
For hospital I stopped.
You stopped wearing uniform in hospital?
Yeah.
And started wearing the clothes Imran bought for me.
He bought for me very wonderful clothes, evening dresses. In fact, he could even come with his friends sometimes alone. He comes and sneaks me out. He takes me for dinner. We didn't do anything bad, just dinner, and sneaks me back to hospital. Yeah, so...
Yeah. Hey, Imran.
Yeah, so it went on like that. I was stable enough to go back to school. And so I was just able to go back to school. The paralysis went down. The hands were completely okay.
Yeah.
The doctor recommended that I go back to high school, of course, together with my parents, because I had a desire to go back to school. So I went back to school.
Which school did you go to?
State House Girls.
So you went to what, Form 5 and 6?
Yeah. No, no, no.
Oh,
From
you
3
started
and 4.
from 3 and 4.
Yes.
Aha.
Yeah.
What happens now? She's out of hospital.
Living with their relatives.
Aha.
So it wasn't easy for me because the parents were not around. The parents lived at home,
Yeah.
Kisii.
Yeah.
So the relatives were somehow, there was jealousy.
Mm.
They were not comfortable me going to visit her.
Yeah.
So it was a bit difficult for me. So I would use one of her cousins to show me where Janet is.
Mm.
And when I go there, I find her.
What do you mean to
Next
show you
time-
where Janet is? Would they hide her?
No, the first time I didn't know exactly which house she was
Where,
living.
where in satellites.
In
Yeah.
satellite.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you could like go to shops there and ask, have you seen a girl on a wheelchair, or do you know anyone on a wheelchair around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the first time I was led where she was. The first time. So when I found her, the relatives there, they took her to another relative again. So I was stuck. Coming to the place, Janet is not here. So I asked people who lived around there, have you seen any lady on the wheelchair passing this side? So they used to show me there, Uliza Uko. So I was like, hey, how am I going to find her? But every time she's changed from house to house, I would locate her.
You would go looking for
I
her
would
in
go
every
looking
house.
for her. And in fact, before she left hospital, she told me one thing. What if I go back to Kisii? Will you follow me? I told her, yeah, I'll follow you. As long as I know the bus going there,
Yes.
I'll find you. So,
You said I will find you.
so this was Nairobi. It was
Yeah.
not Kisii as she had mentioned in
Yes.
hospital. So
Yeah.
satellite, I'm a Nairobi guy. At least
Yeah.
I'll ask her I asked for her.
Yeah.
And everywhere she went, I located her. And I was like, anyway, God is on my side.
Aye.
It was difficult.
Yeah.
And at times I would go there with shopping. It would make the relatives feel so jealous, was so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
they-
were spoiling her.
They had daughters.
He was just spoiling you.
Yeah,
had-
it was, yeah.
They had beautiful daughters.
Yeah. The aunties.
the
That's what they're wondering. Can't you see?
Yeah.
There are those girls near where he stays.
Yeah.
In fact, one of my relatives just told him that this girl, now he thought that he doesn't know the condition. He also told him, you know, this girl is paralyzed. I don't know how you're going to go about it, but I would advise you as a man that you look for another lady.
This is your uncle
Yes, my uncle.
saying, just look for another woman, please. Because this one is paralyzed, she can't help you. Oh my
But
God.
now later my relatives anyway appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we went through a lot of
Challenges.
A
Yeah.
lot
Because
of
they
challenges.
didn't want you to hook up. They
Yeah,
thought
in
that you were
fact-
getting yourself in trouble.
In
Yeah.
fact, one time it was approaching Christmas Day, I bought for her some piano, a very nice piano. I
You bought for
her-
Janet?
Yeah.
yeah, and some nice
I
clothes.
continued buying for
You're
her stuff.
hearing, eh?
So,
You will buy your girlfriend some piano.
But yes, I did buy that, but
Yes.
still I was facing challenges with the relatives. So how those things are going to reach, I didn't know, but I just bought them.
Yeah.
So I said, let me just go myself. I take these things to her. When I reached there, I found Janet in the house alone.
Yeah.
I asked her, where is everyone? She said, my uncle Imran, my uncle said he doesn't want to find you here.
Yes.
And if he finds you, it's going to be
Chaotic.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Why don't we just cut this relationship?
Yes.
And
Oh,
was
she
crying.
told you?
Yeah, she told me
Are you
that.
hearing?
I had given
Yeah,
up again.
I just want to have peace, please.
because I didn't have.
Yeah, you just don't want to imagine what I've gone through with my uncle. He doesn't want to see you here.
Yeah.
And you know when a Kisii man speaks,
Yeah.
there are those men who are very bad. They speak and throw
A blow.
a blow. Then I gave her the piano and
Yeah.
the stuff, whatever I'd bought for her.
Yeah.
Then I told her, if it's true, he said that, I'll wait for him to come. I'm going to
And tell me that
And imagine
himself.
what I'm
And-
feeling. Me, I know my uncle will kill me, and he's here saying, "Let me wait for him."
What?
Yeah.
And you said, if he said that, I'm going to wait for him to tell me on my face.
to tell me on
Man
my
to
face,
man.
man to man. So here I was waiting. The wife, the Janet's auntie arrived. Said, oh, Imran, you are here, welcome. You know how mothers are.
Yeah.
They are soft.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, it was going to 9. The uncle came.
And you know, that is Roy.
Yeah.
That is 8.
So
In
you're
fact,
not
he's
in
supposed
Ruai.
to go back.
In
Yeah.
Ruai, they had taken her from satellite to Ruai, thinking that I won't go there.
You won't find her.
I found her.
Hey. Wow. It's Adam finding his Eve. Oh my God.
But it wasn't easy.
Yeah. So
wasn't
you went,
easy.
you located her in this Roy,
So I
where
went
they
and
thought now they had hidden her for life now.
Yeah, I located her there.
Eh, but even you're tough. You know, locating in a satellite, and I know that satellite it has a lot of people. If you located her there, and then Ruai, very far,
Very far.
but you still found her.
I still found her.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, who showed you this place? How did you arrive here?
What?
But the auntie to ask me that question.
Yeah.
But there's a cousin I used there. I told that cousin of Janet, please come I do for you shopping. You're going back to high school next week. Come I do for you some shopping.
Yes.
Then I had to befriend the cousin.
Yeah.
Then the cousin came. I did for him a nice shopping for high school because
Yes.
he used to be in boarding school.
Yes.
So I tell him, Abaria Jano, can you please, let's buy some few things we take to her.
Yeah.
That's the trick I
That
used.
is how he got to know that I'm in Roy.
Eh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that
Can
is
you imagine?
Yeah. This guy took me, was happy as shopping, as pocket money.
Yes.
He took me to Janet.
Yeah.
So the auntie was so shocked.
So her paralysis did not move you.
It didn't
You
move.
were
In
in love
fact-
with her. It didn't matter
In
what.
fact, till now,
Yeah.
I don't see this. In fact,
Oh, Jesus. Till you
fact-
don't see the wheelchair.
in fact, Reverend, let me tell you one thing. I don't see the wheelchair. God gave me another different eye. I don't eyes to see her. Till now, I don't see this. In fact, at times we can quarrel over something small.
Yeah.
She'll tell me, oh, Imran, it's because of my condition. That's why you are doing this to me. I tell
Yes.
her, no,
Yeah,
no. From
yeah.
the beginning,
Yeah.
I didn't see this. I treat you like the way I could have treated another lady. See, I don't see the wheelchair at all.
You see
now.
the person.
I see the person.
You just love Jan. Oh my God. Oh my. There is hope in God. Can you imagine? There is hope in God. So
there is.
Imran, you see her just as any normal woman.
Normal woman.
You love her to pieces.
Exactly.
You can go to lengths for her.
If I was told to marry, I would marry again.
You would marry her again.
Again and again.
Oh. Man, this is a story and a half.
So we just planned with the parents and we did a customary wedding.
Yes.
It was just something that was just organized.
Yes.
And before she joined university.
Yes.
So after she joined university, that's when we were in our own world. It was like we were so free.
Yes.
So I used to stay in my place.
Yeah.
I checked out of my parents' place. I just took a small servant quarter in Hurlingham
Yeah.
to live alone for a while. Then one time I visited her in Kenyatta University, and it was a rainy day.
Yeah.
That day it rained
Yes.
heavily.
Yes.
I decided, today I'm not going back at my place, I'm sleeping here.
Yes.
So I think that time, you know what happened?
Yes.
I think that was my moment.
The feelings were
That-
back.
that was
and
my
that was your
moment.
moment.
Yeah, that
and
was my
there is
only
nothing you're
chance.
hiding because the parents already are aware,
Are aware.
that this is your woman and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. But
Yeah.
even at that moment, I said, hey, please, do you have a mattress? I sleep down here on the floor. I can't sleep. Because she was still shy.
Yeah.
She was still shy.
Yes.
But near the door,
Even after you've been given permission, she's still shy.
she's still shy.
Okay.
Yeah. So near the door, it was very cold. So I said, oh my God, even if the bed is small, it's for one student. Let's please relax ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So I under the bed and
The rest
whatever
is
happened,
history.
the rest is history.
Yes.
She conceived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she and
That was
you
my,
said you
in fact, that
conceived
is
the
was my
day.
first, yeah, the first day, because after that I didn't do anything again because of fear and all that. But after a month, I started having those signs.
Of pregnancy, the
Yeah,
symptoms.
then it tested positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was a bit down, discouraged a bit, but it stood strong for me. Yeah, for ourselves, and we were able to go to term.
Yeah.
But anyway, along the way, as we went for the clinics, the doctors told us that okay, because of the spinal cord injury, you can't be able to carry up to term, and you have to consider aborting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you insisted, you prayed
Yeah,
together.
but at first, you know,
Yeah.
I was weak. As in, like I wanted to do it, but because he was so strong,
Yeah.
and he took it very positively, and he kept on encouraging me, I decided, let's go. Now we just keep it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fear was because of the spine, it
Yeah.
can bring complications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you carried 9 months, a beautiful baby. What did you get?
A baby boy.
Oh my God. Can you imagine carrying a baby in this situation and God just made it come to pass and you got a beautiful baby boy out of that?
So here we are worried.
Yes.
This kid, we have no experience with the kid, with the
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
So what will I tell my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, the school
The
is first
school,
year.
yeah.
What will the parents say?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
we did a customary wedding, but so I asked a question. Now what we do when the child is born? So she brought in an idea, or we take this kid to, it's called what this is
A home,
called?
children's home. Yes.
I said, oh yeah, that's a good
We
idea.
settled with that for
We
some
settled with
time.
that.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he came and told me, I will take it up.
Yeah.
I will let it just come and we will just manage.
Yeah.
So from that time,
Yeah.
my contract with you, and God just planned it in a way it got to
It
an end.
ended.
It
Because
ended.
there you
But
have
God had
contracts. Yeah.
planned. I know why. I just came to know later why it ended.
Yeah.
God wanted me to take care of her.
Yeah.
In the campus, I didn't want any student to push her around.
Because I used to depend on friends to push me to class. Okay, sometimes our vice chancellor was so good okay, he really thought about us, and there were tuk-tuks that could take us around campus. But most of the time, because I wanted to make friends, I could maybe request a friend to just push me to class.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tuk-tuks are so far, and I'm hurrying to class.
Yeah.
But now after that, he didn't want anyone to push me. Even the tuk-tuks.
So, Imran, you didn't want anybody to push your wife?
I didn't want anyone to push my wife. In fact, I remember one time I found a friend. I was from, I don't know, I was from somewhere, I think, my mom's place. I was coming to visit her. I found another boy pushing her.
Eh.
He was a very good guy, but I really felt bad. And this guy knew I was angry.
He even showed it.
In fact, I don't know how to hide my anger. I told the guy, what are you doing with her?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I was so angry.
You didn't want anybody coming near your wife. Just
and
leave my wife alone.
And I just told her, just please excuse me. Let me push her. And I pushed her. I used to push her from class.
In fact, there were challenges with the wheelchair. I didn't have a nice wheelchair like
Yeah,
that.
at that moment, there were challenges with the wheelchair.
Because even getting this, you have to, I didn't know the organizations and all that.
Yeah.
So at times the wheelchair we just push, you just see a tile comes out. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So here she is, Imran, you are pushing me roughly. That's why the tire came off. You are rough. I said, no, I'm not rough. In fact, I'm going for exam. Okay, if you're going for exam, let me carry you. I carry her until class.
You would carry
I would
her till
carry
class?
her till class. I leave the wheelchair there because taking the wheelchair to the
mechanics, maybe.
The mechanic,
Yeah.
it was a distance.
Yeah.
She's here, she's going for exams.
Yeah.
I had to take her.
In fact, he carried me to class. Yeah, then he put me on a
Oh
chair.
my
He requested
God.
for a
On a
chair.
It's like a fairy tale, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a fairy tale. It's like, is it for real? I mean, really? It's like a fairy tale. We'll be right back after this break.
You're powerful beyond measure. You were created by God to be whole, happy, and divinely successful. You're not inadequate. You're unique. The world is waiting for you to bring out what God has placed within you. This is the dynamic word in Reverend Kathy Kuna's latest read, Woman Without Limits.
My mandate, like you all know, is to raise up the standard among women. This book expounds a lot on different topics and different messages that are just dynamic.
Get yourself a copy and learn how to break every limitation. Woman Without Limits, available where books are sold.
You're welcome back, viewers. We've been talking to Imran together with Janet. I tell you, this story is unbelievable. It's off the hook. So here you are now, pushing her, and she even makes noise at you. You are not pushing me very well.
Because again, when you're, let me tell you a bit about when you're okay and something happens, you become challenged in a way, or physically challenged, and you're not able to do things you used to do. There's that bitterness, that the anger, and there's a permanent bitterness that you really have to work on. So I still had that bitterness. Now why am I not able to walk? Now I have to depend on people to push me. I'm late for exams, and I used to have that, but I've worked on it, and I've grown out of it, and I know how to deal.
Wow. So nobody has a reason to complain, really. If Janet is like this and she does not complain, she wants just the will of God, that if nobody has a reason to complain,
God is good. I'm telling you, when God favors you, it's awesome. The Vice Chancellor at Kenyatta University gave us a 2-bedroom house, and we were able to live there with our baby. Now we even moved in, and we lived there and finished campus and even graduated.
Wow.
While in the same house.
Wow. Now with your husband and baby.
Yes. And in fact, by the time I was finishing, our baby Dante, maybe, I don't know, he's called Dante. He was when we left there, he was already in baby class. 3 years.
Wow, he was already 3 years.
3 years,
and he
was
looks
going
exactly like Imran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to go to a baby class that was a baby class for maybe now. There was a baby
class.
a baby school there.
Okay, in the campus.
Yeah, daycare.
Oh,
Yeah.
So all of you were just surviving powerfully there.
Yes.
And God was providing for you, and all was
Yani
working
was just
out well.
favoring us, providing accommodation. In
fact,
fact, we didn't even pay for that house, not even a shilling. Favor.
It was our own compound.
Yeah.
We were given plus a shop.
Plus
So
a shop.
I would run the shop, for students.
What?
Yeah.
So you were running the shop?
I would run
Your
the
own shop?
Because here my job ended.
Yeah.
So here God just opened a way.
Yeah.
That shop really kept us going.
Yes.
It was just right behind our house.
Yeah.
It was right behind our house.
Oh my God. So you would take her to class and then come back to the shop?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And at times during this time when the wheelchair would break,
Yeah.
you see here I've left a child at home. We
Yes.
can't afford paying maybe a house girl.
Yeah.
So we've left the child, the baby sleeping.
Yes.
So going back, you don't know if you'll find the kid asleep or
Yeah,
crying.
or
Most of the
crying.
times I would find the kid shouting,
Oh.
waking up,
He's-
crying.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy for us.
It was quite a time,
challenging, but
Yeah.
I knew out of this something good will come out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I'm telling you, in campus, if it was time to give up, then Imran, I think, would have given up that time because of the baby. Now, he didn't want us to employ a house girl. Sisters would come in and, they were not there throughout. Yeah, so most of the time we were just the two of us and the baby. So he was really strong, and we got challenges because, you know, campus, the way girls can behave, and they come visiting us to see in the name of seeing the baby, and they have different motives.
They want to see him run.
Yeah.
Because they were thinking, you must be married to some very old, funny-looking character. Because you're saying you're married.
Yeah, in fact, people said it's not my kid, because you see, it was showing. People didn't know that it was my kid, because now where was the pregnancy, and how all of a sudden a baby?
Yeah, in fact.
Because it didn't show.
Yeah, in fact, we started hearing stories later that some ladies were saying that I had a girlfriend, then we got a child with that girlfriend.
So you brought the child?
We separated with that lady, so I brought the child for her to take care of. You know, so many things were said about us. There's another lady I met, she told me, are you sure you and Janet, you got a child? Are you sure I have to come?
To see?
I'm telling you, she came with a lot of stuff like this.
Yes.
You are like, what?
And she saw?
She saw.
And she saw that this one looks a copyright of Imran.
Exactly.
And she kept quiet.
No, okay. When she was leaving, I saw her, she told me, Imran, she was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The only words she told me, Imran, in this campus, I've never seen someone like you. Someone so handsome like you, just that. So I was like, why is she talking about my being?
Are you still serious with Janet?
After seeing the baby, she's asking, are you still serious with...
Yeah, are you still serious?
Because she saw she can also get another baby like that. Isn't it amazing how people don't want you to be happy? And you know, I mean, why can't people just celebrate you for what you have instead of wanting what you have? You know? so
you know, it's different when you have Jesus.
Yeah. It's true. When you have Christ, when you have Christ, you think differently. So Imran, here you are now, and you've gotten this baby. You're working in campus and everything. And then what happens now? You finished campus. Then after that?
Then after that, I got a job like in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I graduated in the same house.
Yeah.
With my baby, and now. The management was not even in a hurry to just tell me to go, even after graduating. So I just got a job and just went, and you know, we just decided that we move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just decided.
Yeah.
The management was not telling you to move out.
No, they were not.
We just decided
They
let's
were
move
not.
out,
Yeah.
start another life outside campus.
Yeah.
And I know it's God
Yes.
who was directing us every step. Yeah.
Okay, tell me, Imran, I want you to tell me, how is this girl at home? Because see, now we are seeing her here, and she's telling us she even has a job. Oh my God. Isn't it amazing how you go through a little challenge and everybody suffers for it? Because you can't even talk to anybody because, you know, you're going through some challenge. But here is a girl, she was totally paralyzed from shoulder down, and God just gave her back some feelings all the way to
somewhere here,
to somewhere there.
Even near there are feelings, but not
on the knees, but not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, but can you imagine now? God gave her proper feelings, and now she's fine, but yet she still uses a wheelchair, but she will not go complaining and sitting at home and just having a pity party about her life and herself. You know, I mean, pick up yourself. Nobody's going to do that for you. But you can pick up yourself and decide, I'm not dying in this quagmire. I'm going to rise up and become who God created me to be. Because everyone has a gifting. You could be blind, you could be lame, you could be deaf, something. But God has gifted every one of us in spite of our circumstances and situations. So now here you are, Janet. You're working in a beautiful organization. I want you to tell us how she is. How is she at home? How does she behave? Does she cook? Does she do anything?
In fact, that's a very good question, Reverend. There's a lot to say about her.
Yes.
One thing, my wife is very hardworking. She's aggressive. Cooking, I love when she's in the kitchen. In fact, whenever I see my house up in the kitchen, I say, please, honey, why don't you just go and cook? Please, I'm happy. In fact, whenever she goes to the kitchen to cook, that day you'll know.
Yeah.
Because I take my kids, we jump in the sofas, we play on the carpet, we are all over the place because I know something, you know, us men, we love food.
Because you know she's cooking something
I know
nice.
something nice is coming out of the
Oh
kitchen.
my God.
Yeah. By
You
then-
said you take your kids. So you got another kid.
Oh,
Because you
yeah,
said
we
kids.
we got another kid when I got this job. We decided we add, and we really prayed that it should be it be a girl, because now we already had a boy, and we didn't want to go past 2.
Yeah.
So this second one, we really prayed about it, and we were able to get what we wanted. And I'm telling you, that is what God can do, because prayers and just trusting in Him, and telling Him what you want. I think that is what we did. And our first baby is called Dante, and the second one is called Jewel Santa. Santa means thanks, because I think we needed to tell God thank you for what we wanted. So, yeah.
So you carried 2 babies in the wheelchair. Oh my God, are you people hearing? You carried 2 babies still on the wheelchair and just loved God through it all.
Yeah, and for this other second one, we also just trusted in God.
Yeah.
Normal challenges, but we went through it and
Yeah.
we conquered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't God amazing?
Yeah,
So
he
she's
is.
a beautiful jewel.
Beautiful Jewel, as the
Does
name.
she look like the father also or like you?
She looks like the father, of course.
Oh,
but
so
there
all
is
you've
a-
done is carry?
Maybe this can be, or maybe she looks like, she's so beautiful anyway.
wow.
And she has taken his hair. So the hair is curly.
Oh, you know.
But the first one doesn't have that curly hair,
Yeah.
but he looks more like him.
Really?
Yeah.
So even the girl looks like her, and even now the hair.
Like him, but now
Like him,
the
sorry.
hair,
The
And the hair.
complexion is hers, but she's so pretty.
complexion is
Really?
sort of mine.
And that's what I've been praying for. My son is my complexion.
Yeah.
My daughter, her complexion.
And that's what you were praying for.
That's what I was praying for,
You
and I
wanted a-
got it.
Oh my God. Imran, I mean, you're such a challenge. You're a challenge to so many that are watching us even by television. To imagine that you can just follow the steps of God and allow Him to just, let you marry a woman that was totally paralyzed, and when you were marrying her, you didn't even know that you would get feelings, but you just said, I'm going to marry her nevertheless. Isn't
Exactly.
God amazing? Isn't God just amazing? And as a result, God brought her to feel and to, all that up to the legs. So you are able to function. Hallelujah. So thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
So
we are both active.
oh, you are both active in that
In
area very well.
Exactly.
Eh?
Yeah.
Imran, talk to us, because people I'm sure are asking questions. Okay, did she feel the pregnancy?
In fact, till now, I normally ask her, when I found you didn't have feelings.
Yes.
But now, it's like you've gone through my training. Now we've all become hot.
Wow.
She used to say I'm romantic. Now she's.
She's
we are both.
now both of you are very romantic.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
So you.
So talk about. You find that at times when I get in finances, I'm not a good planner.
Yeah.
At times I get money, I buy electronics,
Yeah.
radio, big radio. Maybe I want to buy a big tele. She would tell me, let's panga for that money.
Yeah.
She knows how to plan.
Wow.
And she tells me, Imran, please never go buy clothes for yourself. Let me be buying for you. She buys for herself. She buys for the kids. She has taste for clothes.
Eh?
Yeah, she has taste for clothes. She can. At times I can call her. Where are you? I'm at Sarita. I'm looking for something good for you to. I'm at where looking for something good. I'm like, hey, that's why you are late.
Oh,
In fact, I have a surprise for you. She comes with a nice leather jacket. I say, wow, this is wonderful. She surprises me. Every month she has to surprise me with something.
With
good.
something new.
Something
Ladies.
In
You know?
fact, in fact,
I mean, get tips, man. Oh my God, she goes, you call her and she's at some place looking for something for you.
exactly.
Does that move you?
It moves me. It moves me.
Everywhere I go, I get favor because like when I'm in Uchumi,
Yeah.
I will just get someone who is willing to just, I mean, it's a Ritz or
Yeah.
just somewhere maybe, just somewhere
Yeah,
shopping.
yeah.
I will always get a favor of someone just wanting to help around,
Yeah.
just pushing my stability and all that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So he spoils you as you spoil him?
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
He does. He does a lot because he doesn't forget my birthdays. He doesn't forget the anniversary. You know, he will just. He still buys for me those chocolates.
Oh, are you
Like when, if you
serious?
come to our bedroom, Valentine's Day, there are things he has bought for me from
God.
this year, this year.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when he's able, he buys for me flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So God used him to bring you back to yourself and enjoy your life and see that you're not, you know, I mean, if God can give you 2 babies and give you a good life and a beautiful job, and then here you are at home, you cook, what else do you, what else does she do? I want you to tell me so that we,
Okay, I can say she's a good homemaker.
yeah.
She can do everything. She can wash. In fact, she washes the baby because she said the house help can't do the way I can do it. She says it's better I train the house help because I cannot let the house help just come in with what she knows.
Yeah.
She trains the house help how to cook, how to manage everything in the house. She does things perfectly. In fact, one time she came, she told me, Imran, I don't understand. At work, at times people face me with their problems. At times they come and ask me, Imran, they come and ask me, Janet, this and this is happening in my marriage. She knows how to solve issues. Even her sisters, even the mom, they all come to her to solve issues.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's something else to add on. At times I would like to tell the community. At times handling the people with disability. I've come to realize at times my wife could go to town, maybe take a mat, maybe go into town. She would tell me, Imran, you just don't go with me because the driver.
Because I like being independent.
Yeah, she likes being independent. At times she would drop in town like this, not knowing who will help her next. She would tell someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was like the first time we didn't have the taxi.
Yeah.
yeah, the cab. So one time she came home, she told me, Imran, imagine today in town I've met a guy. I requested him to just push me just a short distance so that I could take a mat going to ST. Then this guy looked at me and ran away.
Like now when you start talking and people even who are watching begin to see that, oh, you know, you can be like this but be absolutely normal.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, there is a part that's not whatever functioning, but you're fine, you're normal, you're okay. And it's so amazing because a lot of people in society don't understand people with conditions. And they just either stare at them like, oh my God. They
Yeah.
look at you until you disappear. And sometimes it's just, oh yeah, oh no. But I mean, wake up and smell the coffee. The girlfriend has a beautiful job, has a handsome man for a husband with 2 beautiful children. I mean, you know, isn't God just amazing? Isn't that enough to make you just say, I want to serve that God? I mean, this is woman without limits. If you've not been watching, you better start now. Call your friends, tell them this is it. Because I tell you, we are giving real life stories. And for the first time, we've brought in a man because we couldn't just take the woman's story by herself. We had to bring in her husband just to hear what he had to say because it's unreal to imagine. You can't imagine it with you have to watch, you have to see it to believe. And so my name is Reverend Kathy Kuna, and I'm delighted that you could tune in tonight. Remember, Christ is the answer. He is the way, the truth, and the life. There is nothing impossible with God. If God can transform Janet's life completely and absolutely, he can do it for you too. Because the Bible says he's not a respecter of persons. And perhaps you're there, you're down, discouraged, downtrodden. People are mocking at you and wondering whether you'll ever become anything. Let me just tell you, you will. If you purpose to follow after God, if you purpose to believe God, anything is possible. There is nothing impossible with God. And I want to let you know that only you can stop yourself. And as a woman without limits, refuse to have any barriers, get off any obstacles, and raise up your standard and say, you know what, I will become who I was created to be, because you are a woman without limits.
She brought a broken heart. His answer was a husband, a new start. He glued the pieces of her broken dreams, and now the man loves back her self-esteem.
Then the two of them joined together. Two got together in the Lord.
Now she's complete. A threefold woman. One accord.
The lady.
Her lover, and Lord.
She searched and wondered and tried to find herself some peace. After man, she couldn't find no real relief. She'd like to die.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4. The Bible says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. The Bible says it does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. This is a story of love. When you watch this couple, you don't even know what to do with yourself. The woman says the man just spoils her. And the man says he doesn't even see the wheelchair. He sees a beautiful lover. And what I came to tell you is that God is in the business of love.
Kissed and made a bed. The missing part in her is now complete.
You take this woman
What God has joined
to be
together
your lawfully
is
wedded.
bound to last forever.
You got to have